Yo, what's up, guys? So I know it's 2025 and we're literally swimming in new releases, right? But I need to talk to you about a game that came out in 2021 that honestly, I think a lot of people slept on. Or maybe you played it back then and forgot how insanely good it is. This is It Takes Two, and I'm telling you right now, if you have literally anyone in your life, and I mean anyone, a friend, a sibling, your partner, your mom, literally whoever, you need to experience this game together. I'm not going to waste your time with fluff. This isn't just a co-op game. This is something different. This is something special. So stick around because I'm about to break down why this game is still one of the best things you can play in 2025. Okay, so here's the setup, and I'm not going to spoil anything. It's actually way better if you go in knowing just the basics. You've got this couple, Cody and May. They're going through, they're getting divorced, and their daughter, Rose, she's devastated, obviously. Like, her world is literally falling apart because her parents are splitting up. But here's where it gets wild. Rose has this book of love, like a self-help book for relationships, and she's crying on these dolls she made that look like her parents. And through some magical nonsense that the game doesn't take too seriously, Cody and May's souls get transported into these dolls. So now they're tiny, they're stuck in a doll-sized world, and they have to figure out how to get back to normal. But, and this is the genius part, in order to turn back into humans, they have to fix their relationship. Because their daughter's tears literally trapped them there, they gotta find a way to be happy again so she'll stop crying. So the whole game is basically couples therapy disguised as this completely insane adventure. And I'm not even exaggerating. You've got this character called Dr. Hakim. He's this self-help book dude who's basically a therapist, and he's guiding them through 7 different worlds. One minute you're in their shed, the next you're in a magical snow globe, then you're in a prehistoric jungle, and there's literally a squirrel war happening. I'm serious, a full-on squirrel militia. The vibe is emotional storytelling meets absolute chaos, and it works. Okay, so the reason this game is so good isn't just the story, though that hits different, trust me. It's the gameplay. Because every single level, and there are like 7 major chapters, introduces completely new mechanics. Like, you're never doing the same thing twice. Every 2 to 3 hours, the game literally reinvents itself. In the shed, the first level, Cody gets a hammer and May gets a nail gun, and the puzzles are designed so you have to work together. One of you hits something, the other shoots a nail into it. You can't progress alone. The game straight up forces teamwork, and that's the point, because these two need to learn how to work together again. Then you move to the next level, and suddenly you're fighting in a war between squirrels and wasps. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's cool. Different mechanics, different vibe. Then there's the part where one player can turn massive, and the other has magnetic boots so they can walk on walls and ceilings. Imagine trying to explain that to someone, right? But it makes sense in the moment. It's brilliant. One level has you in this kaleidoscope where you're hopping on spinning crystals. Another one has you piloting tiny planes, doing first-person dogfights. There's a level where it becomes like a top-down dungeon crawler with spells and swords. One moment you're doing platforming, the next you're doing something that feels like a completely different game genre. And here's the thing, it never feels forced. Every single mechanic ties into the story and the emotional theme of that level. When they're in the cuckoo clock dealing with time mechanics, that's about how time has affected their relationship. When they're in the snow globe finding memories, that's about rekindling what they lost. It's not just, oh, here's a cool mechanic. It's, here's a mechanic that tells a story about these two people. The puzzle design is also just chef's kiss. They're not insanely difficult, but they require communication. Like, one player can't see what the other is doing, so you gotta talk to each other. You gotta say, okay, I'm gonna jump here, you shoot that, then I'll swing over there. It's collaborative problem solving, and it's addictive as hell. Plus, and this is low-key genius, there are like 25 minigames scattered throughout the world, and the minigames are actually competitive. You and your co-op partner can go head-to-head, and let me tell you, some of these minigames get heated. I'm talking relationships might be tested kind of competitive. Like there's a snowball fight minigame that broke friendships, no lie. Now, I could spend like 5 minutes talking about gameplay, but honestly, the reason this game hits so hard is the story. This game tackles divorce. It tackles what happens to a kid when her parents stop loving each other. And it doesn't do it in a preachy way. It does it by having you play through the relationship breaking and rebuilding. Like, in the beginning, Cody and May are bickering constantly. They're arguing about stupid stuff, a broken vacuum, who did what, who didn't listen. And the game is showing you, through gameplay, how small resentments build up, how you stop hearing each other, how you just give up. But as the game goes on, something shifts. You're forced to depend on each other. You start laughing together. You start remembering why you liked each other in the first place. And by the end, man, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's this moment where they actually reconnect, and it's beautiful. The writing is genuinely good. The dialogue isn't cringy. The characters have personality. Dr. Hakim, the book character, is hilarious and oddly wise. He's like a love guru who doesn't take himself too seriously, and he's actually endearing. And Rose, the daughter, she's not just a plot device. You see how this whole thing is affecting her. And watching Cody and May realize how their actions are hurting their daughter, that's the emotional core right there. That's what makes you care about fixing the relationship. But here's what's wild. The game balances heavy emotional moments with absolute absurdity. One second, you're having this touching moment about sacrifice and love. The next second, you're piloting tiny underpants. I'm not kidding. You literally pilot a pair of underwear at one point. It's tone whiplash in the best way possible. It's saying, yeah, relationships are hard and complicated and sometimes devastating, but also life is weird and we gotta laugh about it. That balance is what makes this story work, because real relationships aren't all tragedy and aren't all comedy. They're both. They're messy and complicated and hilarious all at once. So it's 2025. We've got a million new AAA games. We got Baldur's Gate 3. We got all these massive releases, right? Why are we still talking about It Takes Two? One, this game won Game of the Year in 2021. It beat Resident Evil Village, Deathloop, Psychonauts 2. Like, this wasn't some indie darling that nobody knew about. This was the game. Two, the co-op experience is still unmatched. I'm telling you, in 2025, there are barely any good co-op games. Most games have co-op as an afterthought. It Takes Two was literally designed only for co-op. You can't play it solo. That's the point. And that focus makes every design decision perfect. 3, the emotional story still hits different. Games don't tackle relationships and divorce very often. They tackle war, they tackle fantasy, they tackle survival. But relationships, that's rare. And when a game does it, when it does it this well, yeah, it's still relevant. 4, if you have Game Pass or EA Play, it's literally free. You have no excuse. Well, except for the I don't have a co-op partner thing, but like, find someone, your friend from high school, your sibling, that coworker you sometimes grab a lunch with. This is an excuse to hang out and experience something actually meaningful together. The player count is still going strong too. Last December, it hit like 50,000 plus concurrent players on Steam alone. People are still discovering it. People are replaying it. That says something. Now, is this game perfect? Nah, it's not. Let me be real with you. It's strictly co-op only. Like, if you don't have someone to play with, you're out. No solo option. For some people, that's a deal breaker, and I get it. Some of the platforming sections can feel a little clunky if you're not into that style. Like, the controls are responsive, but it's not exactly Celeste level precise. It's more about collaboration than individual skill. And some of the minigames are just, they're not fun. Like, I get that they're supposed to be competitive and chaotic, but a few of them felt like filler. Also, the game is like 10-15 hours depending on how much you explore. If you're looking for a 40-hour epic, this isn't it. It's a tightly paced experience. But honestly, these aren't really cons, they're just the limitations of what this game is trying to be. And what it's trying to be is a unique, focused co-op experience. Not a massive open world game, not a solo adventure, just two people on a journey. And it nails it. Alright, so here's my verdict. If you have anyone in your life you want to spend time with, and you want to do something that's actually meaningful together, go play It Takes Two. Is it the best game ever made? I don't know, that's subjective. But it's definitely one of the most unique, creative, and heartfelt gaming experiences out there. And 4 years later, it still holds up. The gameplay is inventive, the story actually made me emotional, and the fact that it's playable for free on Game Pass or super cheap elsewhere, there's genuinely no reason not to try it. Grab a friend, sit on your couch, or hop online. Spend an afternoon getting emotionally invested in a couple's therapy journey through a magical doll-sized world. Laugh at the squirrels, cry at the emotional moments, get frustrated with the minigames, and then tell me what you thought. If you end up playing it, drop a comment and let me know. Did it hit you? Did it make you cry? Did you punch your co-op partner during a competitive minigame? I want to hear about it. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe if you want more gaming takes like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.